Indiana Pacers jokes, NBA jokes. Q. What do you call an Indiana Pacers player with a championship ring? A. A thief. Q. What's the difference between the Indiana Pacers and a dollar bill? A. You can still get 4 quarters out of a dollar bill. Q. Why did Ron Artest leave the game early? A. He wanted to beat the crowd. Q. What happened after Ron Artest and Steven Jackson were suspended? A. They were chosen to host the Vibe Awards. Q. What do the Indiana Pacers and Possums have in common? A. Both play dead at home and get killed on the road. Q. What is the difference between a Pacers fan and a baby? A. The baby will stop whining after a while. Q. How many Indiana Pacers players does it take to change a tire? A. 1, unless it's a blowout, in which case they all show up. Q. What do you call 12 millionaires around a TV watching the NBA Finals? A. The Indiana Pacers. Q. How do you keep an Indiana Pacers player out of your yard? A. Put up a basketball net. Q. What is a Indiana Pacers fan's favorite wine? A. We can't beat Boston. Q. How do you stop an Indiana Pacers fan from beating his wife? A. Dress her in Boston green and white. Q. What is the difference between a bucket of shit and an Indiana Pacers fan? A. The bucket. Q. If you have a car containing a Pacers power forward, a Pacers point guard, and a Pacers center, who is driving the car? A. The cop. Q. How do you castrate an Indiana Pacers fan? A. Kick his sister in the mouth. Q. What should you do if you find 3 Indiana Pacers basketball fans buried up to their neck in cement? A. Get more cement. Q. What's the difference between an Indiana Pacers fan and a carp? A. One is a bottom-feeding scum sucker, and the other is a fish. Q. How did the Indiana Pacers fan die from drinking milk? A. The cow fell on him. Q. What does an Indiana Pacers fan do when his team has won the NBA Finals? A. He turns off the PlayStation 3. Q. How many Indiana Pacers fans does it take to change a light bulb? A. None. Lava lamps don't burn out, man. Q. What does a Indiana Pacers fan and a bottle of beer have in common? A. They're both empty from the neck up. Q. Why do Indiana Pacers fans keep their season tickets on their dashboards? A. So they can park in handicap spaces. Q. How do the Pacers spend the first week of training camp? A. Studying the Miranda rights. Q. How do you keep a Pacers fan from masturbating? A. You paint his dick Boston green and white and he won't beat it for 4 years. Q. Why do ducks fly over the Conseco Fieldhouse upside down? A. There's nothing worth craping on. Q. Why doesn't Iowa have a professional basketball team? A. Because then Indiana would want one. Q. What do you call an Indiana Pacer in the NBA Finals? A. A referee. Q. Did you hear that Indiana's basketball team doesn't have a website? A. They can't string 3 Ws together. Pacers fan. A Pacers fan dies on match day and goes to heaven in his navy and gold jersey. He knocks on the old pearly gates and out walks Street Peter. Hello mate, says Street Peter. I'm sorry, no Pacers fans in heaven. What? Exclaims the man, astonished. You heard, no Pacers fans. But, I've been a good man, replies the Pacers supporter. Oh really, says Street Peter. What have you done, then? Well, said the supporter, 3 weeks before I died, I gave $100 to the starving children in Africa. Oh, says Street Peter. Anything else? Well, 2 weeks before I died I also gave $100 to the homeless. Anything else? Yeah. A week before I died I gave $100 to the Albanian orphans. Okay, said Street. Peter, you wait here a minute while I have a word with the god. 10 minutes pass before Street Peter returns. He looks the bloke in the eye and says, I've had a word with God and he agrees with me. Here's your $300 back, now fuck off. Genie. A Pacers fan and a Celtics fan stumble upon a magic lamp. The Pacers fan gets to it first, picks it up and gives it a rub. There's a flash, a puff of smoke, and a genie appears. The genie looks at the two men and demands to know who it was that rubbed the lamp. Delighted, the Pacers fan announces that it was him. Okay, says the genie, so you get 3 wishes. But there's a catch. What's that then? Asks the Jazz fan. Well, whatever you wish for, I'll give the other guy double. That's all right with me, says the Pacers fan, and starts the ball rolling by wishing for £1 million. Granted, says the genie, but the Celtics fan gets 2 million. Fair enough. Now, I'd like a nice new Ferrari. Done. But the Celtics fan gets 2 Ferraris. Okay, says the Pacers fan, I'd like to donate a kidney. Danny Granger. Danny Granger walks into a sperm donor bank in London. I'd like to donate some sperm, he says to the receptionist. Certainly sir, replies the receptionist. Have you donated before? Yes, replies Danny, you should have my details on your computer. Oh yes, I've found your details, says the receptionist, but I see you're going to need help. Shall I call your wife for you? Why do I need help? Asks Danny. The receptionist replies. Well, it says on your record that you're a useless wanker. Condoms. What's clear and goes on a prick? A clear condom. What's black and goes on a prick? A black condom. What's navy and gold and goes on a prick? A Pacers jersey. That's a problem. What do you call 10 Indiana Pacers fans on the moon? A problem. What do you call 100 Indiana Pacers fans on the moon? A problem. What do you call 1,000 Indiana Pacers fans on the moon? Still a problem. What do you call all of the Indiana Pacers fans on the moon? Problem solved.